What's up guys, and welcome back again to the channel. In this video I have prepared 16 tips concerning the battery save for your iPhone. So the first one, we're heading to the settings, right? Okay, let's go back, right? And then go to the battery, right, and charging. Now for iPhone 15 and later, this option is available, right, which is the charge limit, okay? So it means that when you charge, right, your iPhone, you can charge it until 100, 95, right, until 80. Okay, so it is not available for, below 80%, right? So what is this one? As you can notice that when I turn this to 80%, right, the optimized battery charging is not available here, right? So iPhone learns from your charging and usage habits to help preserve battery lifespan. So it tells you that it only, it will help preserve your battery's lifespan. Actually, it doesn't help the battery saving, right? It doesn't save battery, okay, for you. But of course, when we say the lifespan, okay, it's something like much better actually, right? So when you put it back to 100%, okay, see the optimized battery charging is back. So of course, for iPhone 14 and earlier models, of course, I recommend to have this one on, all right? Because when the charge limit is set to 100%, it allows iPhone to wait to finish charging past 80% until the time you need to use it, okay? So, this, of course, will help the battery saving, all right, for your iPhone, all right? So this was number one. Let's move to the second one, okay? So let's go to the home screen, right? Now, as you know, guys, now we have some apps that can turn to widgets, right? Now, tap and hold. And of course, this is after the release of iOS 18, okay? Now, if I change the icon, all right, of this app, which is the App Store, right, to a widget like this one, okay? So what happens? We can say it updates automatically in the background, as you can see now. For example, this is now a picture of a game, right, available here. Now, after during the day, it will recommend maybe some others for me, right? So of course, it means that it, we can say updates constantly, right, during the day. So it means that it will, so as you can see, guys, it has changed now, right? So it means that it drains the battery. So of course, it doesn't help saving battery, right? So for this, actually, you don't have to say such a widget, right? So just, get it back to the previous, which is the normal app icon. Now we're heading to the third one, right? Now go back to the settings, right? Okay, let's go back to the cellular, right? All right, where is cellular? Yeah, it's just up here, right? And then cellular data option. Now, for the voice and data, guys, right? So I have 5G auto here, right? Enable. Now, what is the difference between 5G on and auto and the others? Now, 5G auto uses 5G only when needed for, performance while optimizing battery life. As you can see, while optimizing battery life. 5G on uses 5G whenever, all right, is available, even when it may reduce battery life or performance. So if you have it if you turn 5G on, right, instead of auto, of course, it will drain battery more. So I recommend to keep it on auto, right? So another one, in this tip, all right, is the data mode, all right? So of course, if you allow more data on 5G, okay, it will drain the battery more, all right? So what is the recommendation here is actually either the standard one or low data mode, all right? So it's up to you. It's recommended to use one of these rather than allow more data on. Moving to the fourth tip for saving battery is something in cellular as well, right? Now turn, right, or we can say, moving to the fourth one is something else in the cellular, all right? Now, let's go, okay, to the bottom of the page, all right? And you can see that I have iCloud backup. Now, when not connected to Wi-Fi, all right, use your cellular network to automatically back up to iCloud. So turn this one off, actually, all right? Because this may cause you to exceed your cellular data plan and also will drain the battery more. So the recommendation is to keep this one off, all right? So it's up to you. If you want to save battery, keep it off. If not, keep it on. So it's up to you. Let's move to the next tip, right? Now go to the display and brightness, right? As you guys know that we have the light and the dark appearance, right? Of course, if you choose this one, it's much better, right? Because the light one, right, when it's light on display, all right, of course, it will drain the battery more, right? But if it is dark, it doesn't. So keep this one in mind, right? If you want to save battery, right, yeah, just to choose the dark appearance, right, instead of the light one. And of course, it's up to you. Another battery drainer, which is in this, we can say section also, right, is the True Tone, right? Yeah, if you turn this one on, right, yeah, as you can see, you see the difference, right? See, it like, we can say it adds like some yellow, we can say yellow color to, the screen, right? So it's automatically adapt iPhone display based on ambient lighting conditions to make colors appear consistent in different environments. Of course, this is we can say a battery drainer, right? If you want to save battery, turn this one off as well, right? Moving to tip number 7 concerning the battery saving is the auto lock, which is in the same, we can say you can find it in display and brightness, right? And as you can see now, I have set it to 30 seconds. So it means that when I like put my iPhone somewhere, right, or I'm not using it, right, without locking it myself, right, so it means that it will lock after 30 seconds, right? So of course, if you make it like 4 minutes, it will drain battery, right, if you do not lock it yourself, okay? We are talking about this in this case. Of course, this is the worst condition, right? Of course, yeah, you're not going to have it like on every time, right? Yes, because it will drain battery, okay? Yeah, the recommendation is 2 minutes, 1 or 30 seconds. Of course, this is the best option because if you're not using it, why would you leave it like that, right, and drain the battery? Right, let's move to the 8. Now let's move to tip number 8, which is about the privacy and security, right, and the location services. Now, what do we have here? This is like a long list of my apps that they use my location, right? So, but instead, now for Instagram, for example, I have 4 options: never, ask next time, or when I share, while using the app, or always. So, of course, if I have it always, all right, this will drain the battery, right? If you're not using it, or if it is not, necessary, right, it's very important to use it. Now, keep it on while using the app, or maybe never. It depends, all right? So it's up to you, but I will have it on this, right? Now, if we are like, for example, having some delivery apps that they need, to be, the location service to be on, all right? You can have it like on while using, okay? Instead of now, always, okay? Because they will drain the battery. And of course, while using is, the recommendation, right? And never is the best option if you're not using that app much. So of course, if you want to save battery, right, of course you have to use the while using or never, which is the best options. Another tip, right, or we can say tip number 9 for saving battery on your iPhone or for your iPhone. Now it is in the same, we can say section, which is location services. Scroll down until you find system services, all right? And here, there are 5 things you have to turn them off, all right? The first 2, right? Yeah, the alert and shortcuts and automations, and apply pay merchant identification, okay? Now, the other 3 are the iPhone analytics, routing and traffic, and improve maps. So these allow Apple to use your frequent location information to improve maps, right? So if you're not interested in this, and actually I'm not, right? So if you're like me, turn all of them off, all right? Because there is no need, right? There's no need to allow Apple to use your frequent locations information to improve maps. Moving to tip number 10 concerning saving the battery for your iPhone is significant locations, right? Now, what do we have here? Now, you have to keep this one off, right? Why? Because this allows your iPhone and iCloud connected devices to learn places significant to you in order to provide useful location related information, maps, calendar, photos, and more. Significant locations are end-to-end encrypted, blah, 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 right? So no need for this one, right? Yeah, just if you have like, have it like on before, right? Yeah, and you just turn it off right now, you might see like some records, sometimes maybe more than like 10, 20, 30. So you can clear history from here. So it is like, a battery safe tip you have to consider, right? Yeah. So don't turn this one on, or it will drain your battery. Moving to tip number 11 for saving the battery is the background app refresh. Now, where to find? Go to the general, right? And background app refresh. As you can see, guys, I have allowed all these apps, okay, to refresh in the background, right? So why would I leave all or allow all these apps to refresh in the background? And of course, if they do so, all right, it means that they drain the battery. So to save the battery, all right, I'm not using Amazon, regularly, constantly. So just turn this one on, off, right? Yeah, the App Store, it's okay for App Store, yeah. But for others, now for the books, for example, for the clips, I'm not using, right? For the Discord, I'm not using too much, right? So even this one, right, just turn them off, right? Because they will drain the battery. If you're using them, it's okay. Keep them, all right? If not, all right, or you don't use them much, all right, just keep them off, right, so that you save some battery. Okay, let's move to the next one, all right? So we're going to the mail, all right? So let's just type it here, right? Yeah, the mail, okay? So as you can see now, the mail accounts, I have 3 here, all right? And let's see, the fetch new data. If it is push, right, you need to change it, guys, right? So you can turn this one off, all right? And yeah, it's okay, to have it on automatic, all right? Yeah, but it's not, new data will be pushed to your iPhone from the server when possible. If you keep this one on, it means that it will drain battery. So to save the battery, right, it's recommended to turn this one off and to keep this one, automatically, all right? Yeah, because your iPhone will fresh new data in the background only when on power and Wi-Fi. Did you see? So it will, fetch new data in the background only when on power and Wi-Fi. So it is better, to do so for saving the battery. Tip number 13 for today is something about the Safari. Now, let's go to the Safari, right? And this option, right? So preload top head. So this one, is about the private browsing uses on device information to provide search suggestions. No data is shared with the service provider. So since it is about the information to provide search suggestions, right? So there is no need for this one, right? So just keep this one off, right? If you want to save some battery from the Safari, right? Moving to, we can say tip number 14, right, is, okay, the low power mode, right? There is no problem, all right, if you, keep your iPhone on low power mode, right? Of course, it is much better because it will save battery, all right? And it will stop everything that will drain, all right, the battery in the background, and even some other functions, will be stopped. Of course, it might not be the best choice, but if you want to save battery, yeah, low power mode is the best one. Now, the last 2 tips concerning, battery saving for your iPhone, right, is about, okay, let's move to the general and software update. And of course, guys, you know that. These days, after the release of iOS 18, we will have more and more updates, right, coming to our phones, right, we could say devices, okay? So as you can see now, yesterday, iOS 18.1.1, it was released, okay? So I have to update my device right now, or we can say as soon as possible. Why is this? Of course, right, because there will be the update sometimes provide important security fixes, bug fixes, and recommended fixes, or we can say recommendations for all the users. So, this of course will help, to save the battery on your device. So, of course, as I said, these are the 2 tips concerning battery saving. So After you do this, after you like update your software, okay, you have to see, all right, if you have like any apps available to update. All right, now go to the App Store and see if you have like any apps to update. Because if you do not, all right, update the we can say the apps, okay, they will not be sometimes compatible with the latest version, all right? So when you update to iOS 18.1.1, you have to go back and check for updates in the App Store so that, all right, the apps, work compatibly, all right? Or we can say the apps are compatible with the latest version. Hope you guys like this. Share with your friends, all right? And subscribe for more content like this one. See you next time.